Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, the last day of the Festival of the Maiden. Yes, we've reached an end. This is the last day of the Festival of the Maiden. I hope you enjoyed your ritual bath. I hope you enjoyed purifying your body of heavy metals and sweated out all those toxins with a nice hot bath or sauna, whichever you prefer. I hope you had a good day at the spa. I hope you had a happy Children's Day. And now today is the last day. And we've had a terrific week. We celebrated a vegan breakfast. In case any of you haven't been following my videos, we had a celebration where all day we ate vegan. And usually on breakfast you can eat anything you want, but on this particular breakfast we ate vegan because Compassion Over Killing had their MeatOut. So, I wanted to tell you that last week, on the first day of the Festival of the Maiden, I had a dream. And I'm going to read to you about my dream. Okay, I dreamt about dolls. There were all sorts of different dolls I made. I was a doll maker, including dolls sealed in plastic. There were radioactive dolls that glowed in the dark, but I removed those so little girls wouldn't be exposed to radioactivity. It was an interesting dream. And I had another dream a couple of nights later about feeding vegetables to children in a restaurant. Now you may think to yourself, what is the significance of these dreams? Doll maker, feeding children to vegetables, what's the connection? Well, the connection is that the Festival of the Maiden is the celebration of childhood and childlike innocence. That's what it's supposed to be at its heart, at its core. And childlike innocence manifests as things like an interest in dolls. Little girls love their dolls. And also children eating vegetable in a restaurant, because this time it was a vegetarian Festival of the Maiden instead of the usual binge on meat eating that we do in usual years. And this year, of course, the Festival of the Maiden is especially auspicious because it began on the first day of spring, which was the same day as the full moon in March, which was on a Wednesday. So it was especially auspicious this year, and it had special religious significance for me as well. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the dream about the dolls. You've all seen little girl taking care of her doll. She swings it in her arms. And a little girl is a mother at heart and grows up to be a mother. And that's the essence of the Maiden. The Maiden essence of Goddess manifests itself in little girls as little mothers taking care of their dolls. And in the heart of the Maiden are the seeds, the beginning of becoming a divine mother to billions and trillions of souls. And so we know that the mother is very great, but she had her beginnings as a little girl. She was once a maiden herself. And this is the maiden aspect of Goddess that we celebrate, because in her core, in her heart, Goddess is still a maiden. She's still a little girl. And we celebrate the Maiden each year, the Maiden aspect of Goddess. There's 3 aspects of Goddess: Maiden, Mother, Crone. And Maiden, Mother, and Crone are the triple goddess. So we celebrate the triple goddess year round. We celebrate triple goddess year round. And one of our celebrations of the triple goddess is the festival of the maiden, and we celebrate childhood and all things childlike. So it was very auspicious that I had these dreams about children eating vegetables in a restaurant. And I was serving them vegetables in a restaurant, and one of the menu items that they were allowing on this restaurant menu was macaroni and cheese, and I disapproved of that because I'm a vegan. I didn't like them serving macaroni and cheese to children. So that was one dream I had, and the other dream was about dolls. Now, we've all seen the little girls take care of their dollies, and they really, really love their dollies. Well, that's the way the goddess loves us. Goddess loves us the way a little girl loves her dolls, only more so because her love will last forever. And the goddess, the beginnings of her motherhood were in her maidenhood. And when she was a child, when she was a little girl in spirit, she conceived of us and wanted us to be her little dollies that she would take care of forever. And so she does care for her children very much, and she's a wonderful mother. I mean, look at what she created. She created us. She created human beings in the flesh, and that's an amazing feat for her to accomplish. And so this festival of the mother, I want you to take away from it that we're all children of Goddess. We're all children at heart, and Goddess is a child at heart. And so we're all united. We're all united in this one great symphony by Goddess of creation and life, and then eventually destruction, and then rebirth. And every spring we think of the rebirth of the goddess as the maiden. She goes from being an old crone, from that into turning into a young maiden. So it's just like the cycle of death and rebirth in human terms. So fresh life, new life, birth, that's the themes of the Festival of the Maiden, and we celebrate that each year. We celebrate the holiness of the goddess every year and of her creation, and the triple goddess giving birth to new life and creating us, and not just a creator, but also a mother, because she made us out of her own essential substance. So we come from the essential substance of Goddess, and so we're a part of her, and she's a part of us. So we all have the maiden inside of us. She lives inside of us, and we're all like children to Goddess. So she thinks of us as children, and we are children, and she's a child too. So this Festival of the Maiden, think about the children in your life, be good to them, keep them safe from harm, and raise them right. Be gentle with them and raise them right, and teach them to be gentle human beings and kind to the planet and all the good stuff. And since this particular Festival of the Maiden, we honored compassion over killing's MeatOut by having a vegan meal on breakfast. If you want, introduce your children to veganism, tell them about it. And that's only if you want to. If you're a meat eater and a carnivore and you want all your children to be carnivores too, that's your own business. But if you want to tell children about veganism, you can, and ask them if they want to try it out. Or if they hate vegetables, you don't have to. You don't have to force them. You can just tell them about it, that some people are vegans. You can even tell them about me and how I'm a vegan. And tell them about the three things: the animals, the planet, and their health. And how they might have health problems down the road if they don't become vegans. And how it's terrible for the environment and creates lots of greenhouse gases and lots of pollution, polluting the oceans with manure and pee from animals, and cesspools that overflow, and the methane belched out by the cows, which is 33 times more potent than carbon dioxide, that sort of thing. And you can tell them about the animals, how they're suffering in little cages and can't get away, and how they're slaughtered inhumanely and on assembly lines, and they're stripped of their skin while they're still alive. So just tell your children that veganism is honorable, that it's a good thing. If they want to try it, they can. They don't have to if they don't want to. Even if you're a meat eater, you can introduce them to the concept so that your children can do better. Like, how sometimes smokers have children that become smokers, but some smokers discourage their children from taking up the habit. Well, the same with meat eating, because your kids are going to be unhealthy if they eat lots of cholesterol, lots of saturated fat, lots of animal protein that causes cancer. So that's not healthy for them. And in cancer wards across the country where there's children with having chemotherapy and all their hair is falling out, they're serving them ice cream as a special treat, and they serve it to them every day. So, and that's their last wish, is to have ice cream. So, and if you can introduce them to nice cream, ice cream made from bananas or different kinds of fruit like mangoes, you can, and get them to eat vegetables, get them to like their vegetables. There's something online where they have Anna banana and Brad broccoli, and I don't know what else there is, but they're vegetable superheroes, and they really are, because they're so healthy for us and they do such wonderful things for our bodies. So take care of your children the way a child, better than a child takes care of their dolls, because children can be pretty neglectful with their dolls sometimes. But love your children like a little girl loves her doll, and the way Goddess loves us. And I'll see you next time.